Hey guys, so today we're going to be reacting to another Jobber and Goons video called What If Goku Had the Power Cosmic? And he put up on the thumbnail, he said Goku would be unstoppable, and he showed Galactus there. We know the Power Cosmic is an energy, one of the most powerful energy forces in Marvel itself, and the person who has it the most, or I think owns it, is Galactus, and he's able to give it out to different people that he chooses to become his heralds, like Silver Surfer, and then he has a couple of other ones that aren't mentioned as much, but they are shown to be quite powerful too. And this Power Cosmic gives them like insane amount of power, and they can do some crazy stuff. It can make a regular person, like who Silver Surfer was before. He lived on some alien planet where they were advanced intellectually, but physically they weren't really that powerful. They were kind of like on humans levels. But with him giving the Power Cosmic to the guy, he became the Silver Surfer, and he became far more powerful. So if somebody like that who is has human levels of physicality, getting the Power Cosmic to become somebody as powerful as Silver Surfer, then can you imagine how powerful somebody as Goku, who's already very powerful, with also on top of his other forms and techniques like a Master Ultra Instinct, on top of that with the Power Cosmic, he would be insanely powerful. Now I know I have also been going after Jabber and Goons in these past couple of videos. I don't hate the guy. I just feel like a lot of his analysis are incorrect, or sometimes he's either misinformed sometimes, or he's throwing out some misinformation, in my opinion, if I'm being honest. But this one I think is quite interesting to get into, because this is more about just giving him power, seeing what he would be able to accomplish, and I do think he would be very, very powerful. I just want to know what how powerful he thinks he would be, and what he would be able to accomplish or be capable of doing with the Power Cosmic itself. Also, I think I saw in one threads that he had, because he had a community post, and some people were disagreeing, saying I don't think Goku would take the power, and he explains in this video why Goku would take the Power Cosmic power, which for me personally, I don't agree. I don't think Goku would ever use the Power Cosmic, because we all know Goku. He's very stubborn when it comes to gaining power. He will not gain power in another means where he feels like it's cheap. He wants to gain it through his own self-training. He didn't go through Elder Kai's ritual thing to get his potential unlocked like Gohan did. He didn't want that. And yes, a lot of people say, well, he did go through the Super Saiyan God ritual, but it was a situation where he had no other option. So I'm guessing that's what he's gonna go by. But normally he would never ever want to do that and feel like having to do it unless he had no other option or choice to. So yeah, let's get into this one though.
Before we debut this video, I will have started my new channel. That's right. Coffee Shop Comics I don't use anymore, as you guys know. Kind of letting Don do his own thing over there. I have started a channel out of passion. This is a channel I've just always had a dream of making, never really had the courage to take that step. But it's going to be a second channel I can easily divert time to, as well as I stopped doing a big aspect of my life that took up several hours a day, and now can focus that towards my content. And the second channel is Darth Goons. It will be me covering all things Star Wars, battles, scaling, explanation videos, what ifs. It's going to be my own Star Wars paradise. I'm hoping to bring you guys the best Star Wars content to ever hit YouTube. So go check it out and subscribe if you are a fan of Star Wars, or if you even want to learn about the verse and just enjoy me. That's really my plug for today. This video is sponsored by myself through the Darth Goons channel. Now, on to this. We have a massive what if today. One I personally think is amazing to talk about. I know Chuck had touched on this before, and he did all right, did good, especially back then. The metas were perceived different by a lot of people, but I feel like I can give a really good, nuanced, updated take on this topic, and that is, what if Goku had the Power Cosmic from Marvel Comics? But before we get into it, smash the like button. Let's get this to 200 plus likes, as well as we are on the road to bell, and tune in for all my Goon Explains bad day. Now, why do I think Goku with the Power Cosmic is an amazing topic? Well, first of all, the Power Cosmic's a lot more nuanced than people give it credit for. First of all, oftentimes we never even remotely get exposed to what it's truly capable of. And what I mean by that is, this is one of the strongest power sources you could get in reality in Marvel. It is a power that can put you on par with the likes of abstracts like Oblivion, Death, Infinity, etc. We saw this through the work of Tony Stark's Iron Man, he was able to kind of take this power, the power cosmic, and stand up against the abstracts. It really depends on your approach with the power. Doctor Doom could take it to more extreme lengths, and usually we see, for example, for characters like Silver Surfer, who even when not taking it extreme lengths, can fight characters like Thor and Hulk. This easily puts you at multiversal to outer, even in the weakest iterations of the power cosmic. On top of this, it obviously has way higher potential. Being able to match abstracts and power of that nature would bring you into the high outer conversation. So there really is an extreme range for power cosmic that truly works depending on how you use it and go about utilizing such a power. In terms of what the power provides, obviously, energy blasts, energy manipulation, reality warping, even passive reality warping, immeasurable to irrelevant speed buffs, cosmic sense and awareness, the ability to time travel even through sheer speed alone, a lot of other sort of physical manipulation, matter manipulation. It gets very detailed. You can even argue spiritual attacks and resistances. The power cosmic is very extreme in nature and provides a lot of different hacks and powers, not just raw AP amps. On top of this, another notable aspect of the power cosmic, this power specifically can work as a stack or an amp. For example, the stronger you are, such as King Thor using his force as well as combining it with the power cosmic, it puts you on an entirely different level. Same way with when Surfer got Mjolnir. It's a power stack cosmic amp that only magnifies what you prior were. Like it gets pretty insane. That's why Iron Man was able to utilize it so well, because he's used powers and tech, for example, to allow him to fight Thor, Hulk, the Phoenix, all these things. So it's definitely a very reliable power source to give you a crazy stack power amp and assortment of hacks if you don't already have them. Now, how does this fit into the conversation with Goku? Well, this is a big deal for Goku because Goku is someone who's already disgustingly powerful in his own right. And what I mean by, I'm not saying he scales to the power cosmic, because he doesn't. You know, power cosmic is stronger than him. However, you can easily get him to multiversal, especially getting into Super in his different forms already. A master martial artist. He has loads of experience fighting both martial arts-based fighters, power-based fighters, hack-based fighters, invaders, conquerors, and everything in between. His ability to fight characters that have already utilized things such as reality warping, matter manipulation, time hacks, all these things. He's very well versed in combat against different variations of both regular and cosmic type fighters that you might see in comics. On top of this, his already very potent scaling of at least multiversal plus, on top of immeasurable speed and above, he should already be someone that can hold his own just on an everyday walk through in Marvel, right? Like, he's not a bum. And this is only going to be way more extreme once he gets the power cosmic. By the way, if you want to see a narrative of what if Goku got the power cosmic, like an actual story, I can do that, but you guys have to destroy the like button on this one, and I'll absolutely do that because I'd be very detailed in doing that. On top of this, the power stack and whatnot, it's a big deal. Looking at who came before, like Norrin Rad was just a dude. He didn't have any crazy scaling, he didn't have any crazy feats, but when he got that power cosmic, suddenly he can brawl with Thor. Imagine what's gonna happen when you get that power gap and amp for someone who, at least when arriving to the power cosmic, is multiversal plus. That's fucking scary. That is disgustingly powerful. We're talking about, this puts Goku immediately in the conversation for one of the strongest to ever wield the power cosmic. He would easily have outer to high outer attack potency, all the reality warping he needs. Given his nature to explore his own power and grow as both a martial artist, fighter, and someone of both external and internal power, as you guys know, he takes training very seriously, despite, his recent comment in Super of, what do you use meditation for? And that was fucking dumb. But Regardless, he's well studied, well versed in combat, and he would want to explore the nature of his power. Now, some of the aspects of the Power Cosmic I don't believe he would utilize as greatly as others. For example, the Cosmic Sense and Awareness, I don't think he would use this as much. He would use it like in the most extremes of combats, but that's not something he really explored because he's not really a knowledge of the cosmos type of guy. The dude didn't go to fucking school to really focus on reading or writing. He's damn sure not going to want to study the cosmos, study different lore throughout the like all that kind of stuff. I'm not quite sold Goku would fully utilize stuff like that, but in terms of exploring his own power, ability, and capability, he'd be all for that. And
okay, so I have been talking for quite a bit. I let this video go on for quite a while because this one's not like me trying to go in and debunk stuff or whatever, or try to like argue a lot of case in point. Though there's a couple things I do want to say. He's not really explaining why Goku would take it. From what I heard, like, you know, because the discussions he was having in the comment section and the community post, that he would be kind of explaining it. But personally, if I'm being honest, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know Goku would not take that. He would think that's a cheap advantage to get like this power that's not his own, given to him from somebody else. He didn't even want the Super Saiyan God, which was a ritual that was necessary at that time at least, to obtain Super Saiyan God, and that was threatening his entire planet. This one, he wouldn't. I don't think he would ever take this. The Power Cosmic is definitely powerful, not only for like the levels of power they can give these grant these people, especially like, you know, something like the Silver Surfer, who was like human levels, to, you know, his insane levels of power. But I think the most important thing that would cross over to Goku, and the most powerful thing, would definitely be the versatility of the moves and the abilities. Now, he said he wouldn't use the knowledge thing. I do agree with that, but I do think that he would use it to some extent, because we do know that even though Goku doesn't care about learning about cultures or histories of other like places, because he's not a very like scientific minded person, he still does love learning about techniques and fighting. That's why he stayed on planet Yardrat for a whole year, to learn, you know, instant transmission and learn their moves. He found some interest in it. So I think Goku might not do that. And also remember, he was in Afterlife. He also learned the Metamorines fusion. So I think that he wouldn't use it for pure, you know, regular knowledge purpose, but he would definitely use it to learn different techniques. So if there was techniques or abilities that he wanted to know more about, he would definitely use that. So I do see Goku using it, but more for specifically for fighting, which would definitely make him even more powerful if he uses it for that. But do I agree with the whole, you know, the Power Cosmic put you in outer versal levels? Like you put these regular beings on outer versal levels? I don't agree with that. I already made that whole video about, you know, Goku versus no, it wasn't Goku, it was Orange Piccolo versus the Thing, because you saying the Thing could match up with Silver Surfer, and, you know, also Galactus and Dr. Doom and a couple other characters, which are like top tier characters, but I stated they were not that powerful. They were not outer versal levels of power, and I don't agree with, you know, Silver Surfer or any of these characters being outer versal. They are quite powerful from what I've seen, but I don't think they're this powerful. Though I would love to see a video specifically on the Power Cosmic and some of the insane feats that have been accomplished with it, and some of the, you know, versatilities of the Power Cosmic in general. So I would love to watch a video on that to give me more of an understanding, because I do know about it, but I don't know the full, like, you know, ins and outs, and, you know, the mechanics of the Power Cosmic and the cosmology. I could probably do some research after this video, but yeah, that's one of those things I want to learn more about. Also, I don't know why these pictures are all blurry, so sorry if you've seen the reaction. You're gonna say like, oh, it looks blurry and stuff. Just know it's not my, you know, recording software. It's his videos, and no shade to him, but I even checked to see if it was like 1080p, and I, you know, went up to it, and it looks kind of blurry, so I guess it just happens sometimes when you try to, you know, put an image on there and size it up. But yeah, I do think it would give Goku a significant power boost, especially at how powerful he is already at the starting point, especially of how, you know, significant of a jump it gives people who aren't that powerful. But I don't think that, you know, I don't agree with the statement that these characters are multiversal or, you know, outer versal because of this. So Surfer, he hasn't shown anything to state that. He said that he is because he fought Thor and the Hulk, but there's nothing stating that Thor and the Hulk are that levels of power, and even if they are, it's not saying that the versions that he fought were at those levels of power. So I don't agree with that. I don't think it's as insanely powerful as he would put it as, but I do know it's very powerful and very versatile, and I want to learn more about it. You know, some of the feats. So if you guys have any comic book issues or any source material I can check out, because I know some of these comic book stuff, just like Dragon Ball or animes that have guidebooks like the Daizenshuu, stuff like that, they have their own like encyclopedias and stuff that you can go check out to get more in-depth information on these certain entities or energy forms like the power cosmic in general. So I like to check that out. But yeah, let's get back into the video.
And like I said, in base, before arriving to the Power Cosmic, he's one of the strongest heralds to ever receive the Power Cosmic. I don't think he'd be as extreme as someone like Cosmic King Thor, but he would be in the conversation for one of the GOATs when it comes to the Power Cosmic. It would drastically increase his AP, AoE, and his different forms of hacks. When you couple this with his martial arts capabilities, his already impressive power and experience, Goku would be one of the strongest in Marvel, and would be one of the most formidable characters in the universe or multiverse, regardless of his affiliation or which side he's on. In terms of the narrative, I think it would be super dope if this was a story, a crossover in which he obtained this power. I think a lot of possibilities could come from it. But regardless, overall, I don't think you could downplay Goku in this scenario with the Power Cosmic. I just see it being a very good chance he utilizes it in a very smart way, in a powerful way at that. He would become much stronger. Obviously, certain things he wouldn't align with when it comes to the Power Cosmic and Galactus. Like, he wouldn't want worlds to be consumed and destroyed and whatnot. But that's more to the narrative side. It's not something we really need to address or break down. We're more so just talking about his power, what he'd be capable of with that Power Cosmic. Do I think he'd be above someone like Silver Surfer? Absolutely. I think he'd actually shred Silver Surfer, especially if we give Goku time to master the Power Cosmic. We give him the same amount of time Surfer's had with it. It's not even close. But his raw power and potential, even without that training, it's still significantly higher than Silver Surfer. We would be looking at an all-time just legend as a herald if Goku was to obtain the Power Cosmic. But anyways, guys.
So that was Jobber and Goon's video called "What if Goku had the Power Cosmic?" Personally, there wasn't much for me to say in that video. I was just listening to him talking about it. He didn't go as in depth as I thought he would. He mentioned how Chuck didn't go that in depth, and had some stuff that he was missing. He did explain the power scale, but I felt like he could have explained more about what he could have been capable of doing with it, and showed what the Power Cosmic has been able to do. Yes, he listed off things, but I wanted to see feats of him, crazy things happening. Yeah, Goku definitely would be powerful. I would love to see a herald art style of Goku. How he would change, how he would look if he was Galactus's herald. I don't agree with the levels of power that he puts these other characters on, but maybe that might be from my own ignorance of not understanding the power scaling or how powerful these characters are. Because like I said, I don't know everything about the comic books. I do know a lot more than not only the average person, but also a lot of anime / Dragon Ball fans. I don't think they know that much about comics, and I know quite a bit. Not saying I know the most, but I do know a decent amount. Though this video did give me a bit of a couple of ideas, 2 ideas at most, at least. One, I feel like after watching this, him mentioning the Cosmic King Thor, he wouldn't be as strong as him if he became the herald or whatever. I want to see how powerful Cosmic King Thor is, so I'm gonna try to find some comic books of Cosmic King Thor and his best feats. And if you guys have any comic book suggestions, knowing where he started off from and stuff, I can do my own research. But if you guys want to help me along with it, you definitely can, because I feel like in the future I'm going to be doing, not now, but in the future I'm going to definitely be doing a Cosmic King Thor video on how strong is he, and Silver Surfer, because I've been saying they're not that powerful, but I do have to do more research before I can 100% state that. So I will be in the future at some point, I will be dropping out how strong is Cosmic King Thor and how strong is Silver Surfer video. It should be easier for Cosmic King Thor because there's going to be one specific version of him, and it seems like a more modernized version of his character, because I have seen him in the Null Story event with, what's his name? with Carnage in it. It was like Carnage, and then it was like the Earth's Mightiest Heroes versus, Null. He came down to Earth to take over and conquer it. So I've seen that storyline, but I think I need to learn more about Cosmic King Thor and what he's capable of before I make any statements. And also Silver Surfer. So I'm going to do videos on that and check it out. But this video was quite interesting. I just felt like he could have gone more in depth. I felt like it was very cut and dry and very surface level on what he talked about. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for next time.